morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the symmetry. Children, in our daily life, will come across many objects or shapes that are symmetrical. Do you know why they are symmetrical? Because they look so beautiful. That is why we say that they are symmetrical. See, if you observe these objects, these objects all are having line of symmetry. Now we'll see what is line of symmetry. The line which divides the shape into two identical parts. See, if I draw the line like this, it divides the shape into two identical parts. Okay, that is, if we fold the figure along this line, the two parts coincide each other. That is why we call this line as line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Now here this object is having vertical line of symmetry. Similarly, this butterfly is also having vertical line of symmetry. But if you observe this leaf, if I draw horizontal line, then only both the parts will match. Therefore, we say that this object is having horizontal line of symmetry. Okay. Similarly, this object is also having horizontal line of symmetry. Whereas this object again part is having vertical line of symmetry. Even its glass is also having vertical line of symmetry. Actually, symmetry is of three types, children. Line of symmetry, three types. One is horizontal, other one is vertical, and the third one is diagonal. Okay, I'll show you diagonal later. Diagonal symmetry later. Now we'll see in English alphabet A to Z which letters are having line of symmetry and how many lines of symmetry for each we'll see now. Okay, children. Now, if you observe the letters A to Z, letter A having symmetry or not? Yes, it is having vertical line of symmetry. Okay, one symmetry it is having, that is vertical line of symmetry. In case of letter B, capital letters, we are taking B is also having symmetry. It is having horizontal line of symmetry. Now letter C is also having symmetry. It is also having horizontal line of symmetry. Even letter D is also having horizontal line of symmetry. But in letter E, which symmetry, ma? Yes, horizontal line of symmetry. Is there any symmetry for letter F? Either horizontal or vertical if we draw line, exactly both the parts won't match. Then it is not having any symmetry. In case of letter G, it is also not having any line of symmetry. But if you consider the letter H, okay, in case of this H, it is having symmetry horizontally. Okay, they will match both the parts. Even vertically if you fold also, both the parts will match. It is having two lines of symmetry. Letter I. Letter I, yes, vertical as well as horizontal. It is also having two lines of symmetry. But letter J, no symmetry, it is not symmetry. In case of letter K, yes, it is having one line of symmetry. Letter L, it doesn't have any symmetry. Letter M is having vertical line of symmetry. One symmetry it is having, that is vertical. Again, letter M does not have any lines of symmetry. In case of letter O, okay, letter O is having horizontal, vertical also. This is horizontal, this is vertical, and this is horizontal. See, diagonally I am drawing now. Like this also, if we fold along this line, both the parts will match. Therefore, it is having many lines of symmetry. See, every point, opposite point, if we match, then we get the symmetry depending on the size of the letter. If we increase the size, more will get more number. Therefore, it is having many lines of symmetry. Again, letter P, it doesn't have any symmetry. Letter Q also doesn't have any symmetry. Okay. Letter R also doesn't have any symmetry. Letter S. Okay, horizontally you are thinking, but they won't match exactly. Even if we draw horizontally, both the parts will won't match. Okay, these lines won't fall on each other. Therefore, it is not having line of symmetry. Letter T. Letter T is having one vertical line of symmetry. Again, letter U. Letter U also vertical line of symmetry. Letter V is also having vertical line of symmetry. Okay. Letter W. Now we'll see letter W. Letter W also having vertical line of symmetry. Letter X. Okay. Letter X. How many you are thinking, children? Yes, horizontal it is having, vertical, and here along the diagonal, one diagonal is another one. Total it is having 4 lines of symmetry. Remember, for O it is infinite, that is many, but for X 4 lines of symmetry. And for letter Y, letter Y is also having one line of symmetry, that is vertical. Again letter Z. Okay, letter Z, it doesn't have any line of symmetry. This is about the English alphabets which are symmetrical and which are not symmetrical. Some are having one line of symmetry, some are having two, and some are having more than two, and some letters doesn't have any line of symmetry. Remember these letters, children. Then we will see some shapes which are symmetrical. Geometrical shape, that is triangle, square, rectangle, circles. We will see how many lines of symmetry is there for those. First, I am taking triangle. Triangle, three types are there, children. One is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is nothing but all the three sides are equal. Equilateral triangle. In case of equilateral triangle, if all the three sides are equal, then we say the triangle is equilateral triangle. If only two sides are equal out of the three, suppose these two sides are equal, we call it as isosceles. We call it as isosceles triangle. If all the three sides are different, then we call it as, if all the three sides are different in length, then we call it as scalene triangle. Okay, these are the three types of triangle. Now we see one by one how many lines of symmetry they are having. Children, I am showing one equilateral triangle. Look here. In this triangle, this is equilateral triangle. All the three sides are equal. If I fold the triangle in this way, exactly both the parts match each other. Therefore, we say that it is having vertical line of symmetry. Now diagonally also I am folding, then also both the parts match each other exactly. Okay. And even in this way also, if we fold, both the parts will match each other. Therefore, we say that equilateral triangle is having three lines of symmetry. Vertical, this is one, and this one is second one, and this one is third one. Okay. I am drawing now all the three. Observe. That is passing through all the vertices and the midpoint of the side. I am joining. Okay, vertex and the midpoint of the side. Again this vertex and the midpoint. Again this vertex and the midpoint. In that way, if I join, then I came to know that it is having three lines of symmetry. Equilateral triangle is having three lines of symmetry. Now in case of isosceles triangle, that is, observe here, this triangle is isosceles triangle. These two sides are equal in length. Now I am folding vertically, same like the previous one. Yes, both the parts match each other. Yes or no? Yes. Now diagonally, if I fold like this, Are they matching? No, no children, they are not matching. Parts are not matching. Even in this way also, if they fold, they are not matching. Only one line of symmetry it is having, that is vertically it is having. Okay? Isosceles triangle is having only one line of symmetry. Only one line of symmetry. Now if I consider scalene triangle. Scalene triangle is nothing but all the sides are different in length. If I fold vertically also they are not matching. Okay. Now every vertex and midpoint if I join, then I came to know that they are not matching. Okay. Parts are not matching. Once again observe children. Okay, vertically I am joining. They are not matching. Therefore, we say that scalene triangle have no line of symmetry. It doesn't have any symmetry. This is about the triangles. Now we'll see rectangle. Rectangle, how many lines of symmetry we'll observe it is having. This is a rectangle. Okay children, first vertically I am folding. See, parts matched each other. Coincide, we say that they coincide vertically and even horizontally also coincide. Now diagonally if I fold, then they are not matching. Okay, both the parts are not matching. Therefore what we say from this, rectangle is having only two lines of symmetry. Okay, rectangle is having two lines of symmetry. One is horizontal line of symmetry, other one is vertical line of symmetry. It is only having two lines of symmetry. Now if I consider a square, okay, observe children, square. First I am folding vertically, both the parts match each other. Okay, coincided. Now horizontally also if I fold, both are coincided each other. Diagonally observe children. Okay, again coincided, no, both the parts matched. This is one diagonal and this one is the other diagonal. That is horizontal, one vertical and two diagonals. Okay, therefore totally it is having four lines of symmetry. Square is having four lines of symmetry. That is, one is horizontal line of symmetry, other one is vertical line of symmetry and diagonal line of symmetry. It is having four lines of symmetry. All the lines of symmetry should pass through the midpoint. Okay children, in this way you should draw. This is about the square. But here you also having that is diamond shape. We call it as rhombus. Diamond shape object what we call rhombus. Let's see how many lines of symmetry it is having. Rhombus is having rhombus. RHOMBUS. Rhombus is diamond shape object. We call it as rhombus, 2D object. Now I am folding vertically. Okay, both the parts exactly matched each other. Okay, even horizontally also they are matching. They are coinciding both the parts. But in case of diagonal, if I fold, they are not matching. Okay. Therefore, we say that this rhombus shape is having two lines of symmetry, vertical as well as horizontal. Okay, this is about the rhombus. Rhombus is having two lines of symmetry. How you should draw rhombus? Like a diamond shape. It is having two lines of symmetry. But angle is not 90 degrees children. If the angle is 90 degrees, it look like a square only. But your angles are not 90 degrees. Now this is a rhombus. It is having two lines of symmetry, horizontal and vertical. Now next we will see six-sided regular polygon. I think you have seen this shape, hexagon. We call it as hexagon, regular hexagon. Regular hexagon. Let's see how many lines of symmetry it is having. First I am folding the midpoints of the opposite sides. How many sides it is having? 6 sides. Opposite sides I am joining. Okay, then both the parts exactly coincided, no children? Okay, now I am folding this in this way. These two opposite sides I am joining now. Okay, again both the parts exactly coincided. Now these two opposite sides joining. Okay, 3 pairs of opposite sides it is having, therefore 3 lines of symmetry till now we got. Now I am folding opposite vertices I am joining. Okay, vertices, opposite vertices. Previously opposite sides we joined, now opposite vertices. Okay, opposite vertices if we join also exactly their parts are matching each other. Okay children, therefore what we say, it is having 6 lines of symmetry. Now I am drawing all those 6 now. Hexagon, regular hexagon. Regular hexagon. Regular means all the sides are equal and all angles if they are equal, we call it as regular shape. Okay, this is a regular hexagon. Opposite sides midpoint I am joining. This is one line of symmetry. Again these two opposite sides midpoints I am joining. This is the second line of symmetry. And again these two opposite sides midpoint I am joining. And this is the third line of symmetry. Now opposite vertices also I am joining. This is the fourth one. And again this one opposite vertices, fifth one, and these two opposite vertices, sixth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. It is having 6 lines of symmetry. All the 6 sides are equal in size and all the 6 angles are equal in measure. Therefore, this regular hexagon is having 6 lines of symmetry. Finally, we will see circle. How many lines of symmetry it is having. Look at this circle children. Any point, opposite points. You know circle is having infinite diameter. That is, any 2 points you take on the circle, if we join in such a way that they should pass through the center, then we see any folding. Wherever you fold the circle, okay, exactly the parts will match each other. Okay, see, exactly they will coincide each other. In whichever position, wherever you join, exactly they will match each other. Therefore, what we say from this? We say that circle is having many lines of symmetry. If we take bigger size circle, we can see. See, there are infinite lines of symmetry. Circle is having infinite lines of symmetry. So many, or we use the word infinite. Circle is having infinite lines of symmetry. This is about the circle. Let's see, let's draw the circle. Okay children, I'll draw in better. Okay, now let's assume that this is a center. Okay, this is one line of symmetry. If we fold, exactly they will match. Similarly, if I fold along this line also, they'll match in that way. Okay, we can draw infinite lines of symmetry to a circle. These are all lines of symmetry. We cannot count. There are many. This is a line, that is why we should keep arrow marks on either side. Okay, children. These are all lines of symmetry. If we keep on drawing bigger size circles, we'll get many lines of symmetry. Circle size is, we cannot say no, it is only 2 centimeters or 1 centimeter radius. If we go on drawing bigger size circle, we'll get many lines of symmetry. So we say that circle is having many lines of symmetry, or infinite also we can use the word, because we go on drawing bigger size circles, we cannot count also how many it is having. Therefore we say that circle is having infinite line of symmetry. Okay children, now in the next video we'll see what is rotational symmetry. Then after that we'll see the pattern of numbers. Okay children, thank you for watching.